Hi everyone! Today I want to do a little bit of a chatty video and I want to talk about the goals that I'm planning on developing during 2019, and I don't know how to do it, so let's just go with an intro. My name is Clara, and if you like books you probably enjoy being around here. I talk about books in English and in Spanish, and I think you could join the family subscribing. Please, if you subscribe, don't forget to click the bell as well, so YouTube tells you when I'm uploading new content. And of course I leave you all the places where you can find me down below, as well as my Amazon wishlist. And let's chat a little bit. Hold on a minute. I've been thinking about doing this video for the 10 days that 2019 it's been progressing, and originally I didn't want to do this kind of video, mainly because even though I leave it there to be a reminder of the things I wanted to achieve, my limit to my time limit to reading and doing creative stuff is limited, very limited, and it ends up being more of a anxiety kind of triggering thing, knowing that I'm not reading or I'm not doing all the creative and relaxing stuff that I wanted to do. But then I thought, you cannot, you don't have to stipulate 10 goals, 10 very specific goals, and be ruled by those. Select the things that you want to do the most, the things that you want to respect, and modify the rest. So I've decided to do a semi-structured video about the things I want to achieve, reading and non-reading specifically, of 2019. And here it goes. The first things first, I want to finish the project that I've been leaving aside for years and years and years. Yeah, that's the project that I said I was going to finish last year, and I actually didn't finish. I wrote a really long a thread about the things that I've learned from the past year, and one of the things I've learned is that this project is still saved and protected, because I'm scared of what would happen if it ends up being what I want it to be. Regarding reading and my reading experience for 2019, I quit doing the 50 challenge, the Goodread 50 books challenge, mainly because that means that I need to read one book per week, and my level of work at the moment doesn't allow me to read at least fictional book per week. Actually, I'm not finishing any kind of book per week due to my work, so I've decided to focus on more or less the media that I normally read, which are 27 books. This year I managed to read 20. Last year, sorry, in 2018 I managed to read 28 out of 50, so I decided to leave it at 30 books. Let's see if I can read 30 books in all of these days in between, until December of this new year that is actually starting. I'm very, very pleased with that decision, because having 50 books there as a main goal and seeing that either I didn't have time to read as much as I wanted to cover that distance to go from 28 books to 50, or that I wasn't enjoying the books that I was reading, so I couldn't have the energy to basically power through those, or the idea of not having that kind of free time. It was very suffocating at the end, so I decided to keep it at 30, and unless something is up, I feel like it's more manageable. It's a quantity that I can manage. Again, I want to focus my limited time for reading on books that I'm enjoying. So if I'm starting a book and I'm not really enjoying it, I'm going to leave it, I'm going to pause it. Well, first I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to wait until I'm less stressed. And if when I'm less stressed, I'm picking it up and I'm not enjoying it, even so, I'm going to rehome it. I'm going to send it to a home where it can be loved, or at least more loved than in my case. And I think that's a very realistic idea. Having said that, I want to read more classics. You know that in 2018 I read, for example, The Merchant of Venice from William Shakespeare. I read Emma by Jane Austen. I read classics, but I want to read more, and I have a collection of classics that I haven't picked it up yet. So I have decided that I'm going to try and read not only Jane Austen stories, but the rest of the books that I have that are considered classics. Maybe, and I'm saying just maybe, I could, for example, dedicate 1 month to try to read a Sherlock Holmes story every night, or things like that. I have a very chunky Sherlock Holmes collection with all the stories, so that's going to be daunting, but I could actually do that. I don't know, I want to read more classics. Let's leave it to the general rule. And also, because I'm very interested in Greek mythology, I want to read more stories that are either based on myths or deal with mythological creatures and gods, or that tell or retell stories from the ancient Greece. For example, one book that I really want to read is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, or Circe by Madeline Miller, or any kind of retelling that I can actually come across that is telling or retelling the Greek plays or Greek mythological deities. I love that phase of history, so I want to actually go back to reading those. Maybe it's time for read the Odyssey. I read the Iliad a few years ago, so I thought this could be a good start to taking them out. What else? I want to enjoy what I read. I want to use more my Kindle that I have here with me on the table. It's a little bit not broken, but I don't use it as much as I can, and I think the battery is a little bit wonky, or at least not working properly, but I want to use it a little bit more, so you will probably see me reading more digitally this year. I want to try to use them both, physical and digital books. So I will probably ask you for a recommendation on the digital area. Which kind of books do you recommend me, or you feel I may like? If you have any recommendation of books under the categories that I just mentioned, or the books that I want to read, let me your opinion on the comment section down below, please. Well, this is it. Do you have any particular challenge that you want to cover in this year? Let me know also in the comment section down below. Bye!